Hello, everyone. I am doing a missing persons, whatever missing persons. We could do Nancy Guthrie, we could do whoever. If you want to ask a question, okay. I want to start off with Amy Hilliard. I see everyone here talking about Lynette Hooker, okay, but nobody's talking about poor little Amy. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Okay. Yes. Woo. I want to see what okay. I'm gonna go with the Matrix. Okay, on Amy. And see what we come up with. Hey MG, hey Cynthia. Oh, thank you for the sub and thank you for the thumbs up, girl. Yes. Okay, so and I'm going to use Astro Matrix Tarot. I'm doing tarot on missing persons, okay? Anybody that's missing. Right now, I'm going to crack the ice with Amy Hilliard, okay? She's been missing since March 25th of this year. Everybody's been talking about Lynette Hooker, but nobody's been talking about Amy. And Amy has been missing, and I just curious from time to time. Now, before I even go further, before I forget, I did do some channeling, okay? And I did some channeling on Amy. Now, I did some channeling on her the other day. And all I came up with, it was showing me the back seat of a car, okay? The back seat behind the drivers, okay? I believe. And it just kept showing me this empty seat. I don't know why. I don't know what that meant, but I thought I would mention it. And I tried to look on the floor. Maybe somebody's lying on the floor or something. What is this? An empty seat. But it wouldn't let me see it. Okay. Then today I did channeling on her. And I got a few little things like a house. I don't know whose house. Okay. A green grass. And I heard the word Sacramento. Clear as day. That's it. That's all I can tell you as far as Amy is concerned. Nancy, I did some channeling on Nancy. Let me see what I come up with Nancy. I actually came up with Tommaso and Annie. Annie was wearing glasses. Does she wear glasses? It just seems so fit that she's wearing glasses. I'm looking like at a downward angle at these two, okay? Why I was shown that, and I was thinking that maybe, okay, because, I was trying to get at the dinner, okay? So that might be why they showed me that. She was also showing me faces that I did not recognize. They were different people, but I did not recognize any of them. And as a matter of fact, I was shown some children, like she was going back down memory lane. That's what I felt. Like they were, I think they were her children when they were young. And that's all I got that I can remember right now. Okay. Hey, Rodinia. Karen. Sky Blue. I don't do personal readings, MJ, but matter of fact, I can cough you up right now before we even start, okay? Just a general reading. Okay. What can you tell us about, Lord, I didn't mess up all the cards. Okay. Well, I didn't mess them. I'm just trying to shuffle before I get started. About NG. NG, okay. Do you have a name and a birthday? Okay. Your first name and your birthday. Just to get a vibe, okay? What do you want us to know? Or what do you have for NG? Oh, okay. Okay. What can you tell us about the YouTuber that goes by the handle M MGJ? Oh, MGJ. What do you want us to know? What do you want him or her to know? First name and a birthday. Come along, come along. No? Okay. No name, no birthday? That's strange. Okay. Well, then I'll just go on to Amy Hilliard. Okay. So give us the vibe on Amy Hilliard. What's the vibe? Okay. She's been missing. I've been channeling. I've been throwing cards. What is the current vibe with MG? Look at him say MG. Okay. With Amy Hilliard. She's the co-owner of the Farley Coffee Shops in the Bay Area. What is the current energy with her? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Current energy. Current energy on Amy Hilliard. Okay, so we have something here that looks like it's hidden. Okay. Now, she's been missing for over a month. It's going on 2 months now. March, April, May. Oh, going on 3 months. It's going on 3 months. Okay, so something is hidden. Tell us more. And the Three of Pentacles. Some teamwork, some collaboration. Look like something's being worked on. And the Ten of Cups. We have a happy home. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. So something is coming in slowly. Okay, and then we have the Chariot. Something's coming forth slowly. Something's being driven. But it seems like it's not going fast. And the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Page of Pentacles usually means something new. Okay? But this talks about something being foolish and immature. And the Hierophant. Oh. Maybe she's in witness protection, honey. And the Two of Wands in reverse. Bad plans. and hidden fear. This talks about hidden fear. Okay, I would go with the fear since we got the cups. Okay, hidden fear, and we got something hidden. And the first thing that came to me, I didn't say it though, was that she's hiding. Hmm. And the lovers. And the lovers talks about cooperation. I mean, choices. Choices. And some type of cooperation. Hmm. And the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So I'm getting a feeling that she doesn't feel safe. Okay. And this is a choice in the world. So she's ending something. And we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Oh, I wonder, is she in one is she's in one of those mental places, mental institutions. Oh, walking away from what no longer serves her. It's emotional, and she may have left on her own recognizance and checked herself in, and maybe she got another name, so they don't even know who they got. Um, and the Five of Pentacles. This is being left out in the cold. This is okay. This is okay. She's stressed out. This is worry and disappointment. Yeah, and a tower. So, and the high priestess is hidden. And the Knight of Swords in reverse. I mean, the King of Swords in reverse. And strength in reverse. Smoke and mirrors with the Seven of Cups. And Temperance in reverse. And the Two of Swords in reverse. Okay, so I don't know how true this is, but I'm getting the impression that she made a choice to hide. She made a choice to leave. She made a choice, and the choice was out of fear. Okay. Now, I don't know if she's totally all there in the mind, okay, but there's something that's causing her to be afraid. And she's not feeling protection. We have weakness and unprotected, okay? So she may not feel safe, bottom line, okay, at home. I'm not sure. Let me look, because I haven't even looked up her case. Let me see if we got an update on her. Update on Amy Hillyard. Oh, they held her about 2 weeks ago. Okay, they still haven't found her. Okay, I was getting ready to say. They held a vigil for. How they hold a vigil and they don't know if you're dead or alive? Do they do that? Hey, Michi. Hey, Midnight. We're talking about Amy Hilliard right now, and this is the first read I've done. So they have nothing in May. They upped the reward from 10,000 to 25,000. Now here's my thing. This is probably coming from the victim fund or some fund they have, okay, where they can post a reward. People can add money to it. But if this is coming from the family, my thing, I would probably invest that money into a private investigator. You see what I'm saying? Because especially from the beginning of the case, because I was listening to the guy, he was talking about Nancy, and they were talking about Nancy, and she was talking about a private investigator. She asked about it, and she said no, that she didn't hire a private investigator. Some people saying she did. Okay, I don't think she did, especially for $500,000. That's okay. Anyway, my point is they were talking at the beginning because these people are overwhelmed with other missing persons and murders and other crimes, that at the beginning, if I had the money, I would have hired a private investigator, and the private investigator can work with the sheriff. So the private investigator maybe could bring the sheriff information, and the sheriff has the means and the operations to check it out. See what I'm saying? Okay. So that's what it seems to be saying. I don't see death in here. And every time I do her cards, pretty much I don't really see a direct thing to death. I see an ending, but not as in death. Okay, but I do see smoke and mirrors. Okay, and I do see the high priestess, and like I did on the bottom of the deck, we have the moon, like she's hiding. Something's hidden. Okay. Let me ask 4 cards. Okay. Will Amy Hillyard be found? Okay. 4 cards. Will Amy Hillyard be found? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Will Amy Hillyard be found? 4 cards. 4 cards. Will she be found? 4 cards. Will Amy Hillyard be found? At the bottom of the deck is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And that's like a loss, okay? A no. Yeah, something about false security. Okay, so we got 4 cards. Okay, tell us more. 4 cards, 4 cards. Okay, and 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So something was unfulfilled. Okay, we have the 5 of Wands. There's conflict. There's fighting. There's a 5 of Cups in reverse. Okay, and 5 of Cups in reverse talks about recovery. Eight of Swords. Apparently she's tied up. So it's like she's being held. And then we have the Knight of Swords rushing in. Tell us more. Can you clarify this? Clarify these cards. Okay. Clarify this reading. 4 more cards. 4 more cards for clarification. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And Judgment. And the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So this, like she was taken and tied up. This right here is contentment, okay, a decision. And we have conflict and stagnation, waiting. That's interesting. We have the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. And this one is with the Knight of Swords who's charging in, and this is talks about disappointment. So yeah, the Page of Wands. I mean, I said Knight. Okay, delay. I kind of get the feeling that she don't want to go back, but I don't know. Okay, okay. What I will tell you is I'm getting a no. She won't be found anytime soon. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm getting. And she may have been taken. Okay, so let's ask the cards. We're asking on current energy. Let's ask what actually happened to her. Because she did make it home because her purse and stuff was there. Yeah, they're looking at the husband. Amy Hillyard, I'm reading. Hi, Dottie. I'm not showing her in the water. Okay, so let's ask, okay, what happened to her? They said there's people, witnesses that said they seen her at the park, okay, Diamond Park. A lot of people go to Diamond Park, okay, and busy. She could have been snatched up, okay, out there in Oakland, honey. Diamond Park is in Oakland. Okay, so tell us the story of what happened to Amy Hilliard. What happened to Amy Hilliard? Okay, how did she go missing? What happened? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. What happened to Amy? What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? What happened to Amy? Okay. And thank you for your answers. Amy Hilliard, 52 years old, owner of Farley's Coffee, Two of Wands in reverse, bad planning. This also talks about bad planning and hidden fear. Okay. So maybe she had planned to do something and it went wrong, or somebody else's plans went wrong. What do you want us to know? Tell us the story. The Ten of Pentacles in reverse, family disputes. Okay. Family disputes. Queen of Pentacles. That's Queen Money. I take it that's Amy, business owner. And the King of Pentacles. That is that her husband? Shut the door. Not the king and the queen, because they both are partners in the Farley's Coffee Shop. They got one in San Francisco, one in Oakland, and there was another one. I don't know if that's still open. Family disputes. This is the wounded soldier who's still standing. He's injured, but he's still standing. Okay. That's looking at the husband, and the husband is looking at him, and Amy is looking at the husband. So what's going on? Six of Pentacles. Okay. Somebody took something. They fighting over money, losses, okay? And it looks like, I don't know who, but something was taken, okay? Looks like something was taken here. And the King of Swords, oh, excuse me, the King of Swords in reverse. So we have another male energy coming in, okay? And this is someone who is arrogant, judgmental, and manipulative, okay? And the Star, okay? And then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So apparently there's some setbacks. There's some setbacks, okay? Lack of inspiration, somebody dragging their feet, and that looks like the husband, and the Devil. Okay. Okay. I'm getting drugs. Okay. I'm getting drugs with this angry energy and the Devil. Yeah, smoke and mirrors. The Wheel of Fortune is in reverse. Okay. So that's bad luck right there. Okay. And we got sleepless nights. We got nightmares. Okay. Oh. Now, I don't know. Something is going on here. Okay. I'm trying to figure out who's it if it's causing her sleepless nights. Okay. Is the who's the focus on here? Let's see. Um, there we go. Didn't I tell you? Tied up. Now, two is I noticed that she's got these swords together. Like he's got the devil and the devil. I mean, the devil and the Seven of Cups is some type of drug use. Usually, we have here okay the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords, which is mentally something's going on mentally. Okay, and we have a struggle. Okay. And we have the Hermit. Okay. And he's got a flashlight like he's out looking. Mm. Oh, they busy here. And then we got the Fool. A new beginning, naivety. Okay. Ooh. And then we have the Emperor in reverse. Okay. So the Emperor in reverse talks about controlling, stubborn, conflict, and a loss of power. Okay. There we go with the Nine of Cups. abundance. And the Six of Cups in reverse. Okay. So we got a struggle here. And it's a struggle to let go of the past. Something's going on mentally. Okay. And then we have the High Priestess. It's a secret. Okay. Now, so far, it's giving me the impression that this is a dysfunctional relationship as far as somebody ain't in their right mind and somebody's on drugs. And when you put the two together, you get dysfunction. Okay? Doesn't tell me death though, but it sure is telling me a lot. Okay? And I'm trying to figure out Ten of Pentacles. Uh, uh, who is the King of Swords in reverse? Is he the dope man? But they both up here, the King and the Queen of Pentacles. You can't dispute that. Oh, by the way, everything's alleged for your entertainment. There's absolutely no facts in the reading. It's just pure entertainment. Yeah, they said okay something about and as a matter of fact, she had came from her psychiatrist, so to speak, her therapist, okay, and text him that she had just left the therapist, okay, apparently went home, walked the dog, brought the dog back, came back, and then she ain't been seen. She got the keys on the table. But I tell you one thing, leaving the keys on the table. See, we got a problem with leaving the keys on the table. Nancy Guthrie's missing. The keys is on the table. Okay. And the keys on the table, okay, you did not just leave. Usually is the case. You did not pick up and leave because, honey, when you picking up and leaving and it's over with and I'm done, I'm taking all my purse, my phone, and everything. Okay, I will deal with the rest of this BS later. Where I get to where I'm going, wherever it is, I'm going. But I'm gone. Now, yes, they said she had went missing before and they found her. Now, they didn't say where they found her. They don't say the circumstances, okay? There's a lot of stuff that they're leaving out. Now, you know what? It came on me now. Okay, and by the way, if you want to ask questions on any missing persons, whoever it may be, feel free to do so. I thought I'd probably announce that since there's more people in here. But I was thinking about Nancy Guthrie and the hush hush behind the case. Okay. And this case right here keeps leading me along the same lines as Nancy Guthrie. I don't know why. For some reason, I get the correlation, a parallel here. Okay. A parallel. Doesn't mean they have to be connected, but there's just a parallel here that they did not leave willingly. Don't seem like there's no signs of a fight, okay, and all that, but they gone, and the keys is on the table, and the police ain't saying nothing, okay. And so I was thinking with Nancy Guthrie, okay, and the police being real hush hush like that, right? The FBI. And everybody's like, oh, they researching and woo. Yeah, I know they, do. I know how it goes, okay? A lot of times when they go quiet like that, they're looking at somebody and they get real hush hush. And I'm wondering, are they looking at the family, someone in the family, they are keeping their lips, okay? Because if you're looking at the family, you can't tell the family. And if you're hiring a private investigator, if that is true, then they ain't telling you nothing either. Well, they're going to take a memorial down because the flowers dry up and the papers fly away and stuff like that. Okay, so luckily somebody's nice enough to come and clean it up. Okay, and make it a nice fresh spot for you to lay down more flowers and stuff. Hi, OGG. Yeah. So you see where I'm going with this? So let's ask with Amy Hillyard, okay, what can you tell us? Did Amy Hilliard's husband, Chris Hillyard, that's his name, Chris, okay, have anything to do with the disappearance of Amy? Okay? Four cards, four cards. Did he have anything to do with Amy's disappearance? Okay. And not to mention, okay, he's at the job, he's the boss, he leave and go wherever he want, and they do have employees, okay? They definitely, because I've seen them, they have employees at their coffee shop. And people come in there all the time, okay? Mm-hmm. So what do you want us to know? Did Chris Hillyard have anything to do with his wife, Amy Hillyard's disappearance? Four cards, four cards. What do you want us to know? Okay? And thank you for your answers. Three of Swords in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse talks about it's like recovery. Uh, uh, it's like healing. Okay, letting go. She's got a sister too. What's her sister's name? I don't know why. Anastasia. What is her sister's name? Antoinette. What's okay? Ignoring, ignoring or refusing. Okay. Queen of Swords. He knows something. And the King of Swords in reverse. There's that King of Swords in reverse again. And the conflict. That's interesting. There might have been conflict between Amy and this gentleman here. I'm not sure, okay? But it seems like the husband knows. Amy's somewhere scared. Can you clarify this reading? Give us some clarification. Give us some clarification. Give us some clarification. The food. So there was some naivety, or it even could be a new beginning that he ignored or refused. Maybe he's in denial. The Page of Cups. Bringing forth a message, bringing forth some news. It wasn't good, but he knows. And he's trying to avoid conflict. Okay, so this gentleman here, this King of Knights, okay, and we got the Queen of Cups. So there's some conflict. So there's some deceit, some regret, and some resentment. In masculine form. Okay? There you have it. Four more cards. Four more cards. Tell us more. So, one. Tell us more. There we go. Okay. Eight of Swords. He might have put her somewhere. Uh-oh. The Four of Wands in reverse. That's like a funeral. Okay. Could be a hospital too. A hospital or a home. And the Empress. Oh. She made up. and the Seven of Swords in reverse, trying to get away with something, and he gonna get caught. Somebody gonna get caught. So somebody is up to no good. And they gonna get caught, and it's just a matter of time. Okay? Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Uh-huh. I think so too. Yes, okay. They have coffee shops, okay. They have Farley's coffee shop. If you go look it up, okay. One is in San Francisco and one is in Oakland. They had another one that was in Emeryville, okay. That's the Bay Area somewhere, okay. And the other one's in San Francisco. So they got these coffee shops, okay, in the Bay Area, okay. She also has a consulting business where she does consultations on people who, small business owners, okay, giving consultation to small business owners, okay. That's what it is behind this. They inherited this business from his father or his grandfather, something like that. Mm-hmm. They were married at the time, and yes, he passed on the business. And I could just hear the arguments, okay, back and forth. And they have been doing this business, okay, and half of the business is hers, and no, it's not yours. My father gave it to me, to us, okay. He gave it to us, so that makes it mine too, okay. And then you whoa, 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 whoa. Who knows? Okay. So what I want to ask, 4 cards, and then we'll go on to something else. If you guys want questions, is Amy dead or alive? Okay, is she deceased? Because I'm not seeing that. Okay, so let's see. Coffee, Farley's coffee shop. Farley's, Farley. Farley's coffee shop. You can put Farley's coffee shop in the Bay Area. It'll pop up. Because I told you it's like 2 or 3 of them. I don't know. Yeah, she was. Yes, she was. Okay, she was on medication. Right. Because they did mention that. She was on medication. But this is the same day that she visited the therapist. Okay. So, is Amy Hillyard still alive? What can you tell us? Is she still alive? Amy Hillyard, 4 cards. Is she still alive? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Amy Hillyard, is she still alive? Four cards. Is Amy Hillyard still alive? King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands is like the police. Okay, this is success. Okay, so basically, if it was yes or no, this would be a big fat yes. Okay, this would be a yes. Tell us more. Okay. Oh, I gotta hold these cards. Okay. So they don't slip out my hand. Is she still alive? Now that's a big fat yes. Victory, success, completion. Let's keep going. Okay, we have death in reverse. Okay, so there's an ending. There's no beginning, there's an end. Okay, we have the hangman. Okay, so and a lot when I done these cards on her is letting go. Okay, letting go. And the world, the end. Well, gee, I don't know how to take that. Because I'm really not getting death. What I'm getting is the end of this relationship. She's over it. Okay. Tell us more. Tell us more. What do you want us? Give us some clarification. Can you give us clarification on this here spread? And the emperor in reverse. Okay. This talks about controlling, stubborn, loss of power, childish. But it also talks about completion. Okay. There we go. The Three of Pentacles. And the Queen of Wands in reverse. Talks about jealousy and dishonesty. And the Five of Cups in reverse. Recovery. Okay, so to tell you the truth and be honest with you, I really don't know. I'm not getting death. I'm getting something is ending. I'm getting fed up. That's what I'm getting. I really don't know what to say on that sheriff and refusing help and telling the people he didn't want. And they're the ones that got the dogs that would go through the desert area, as far as I'm concerned, to search. And they have, they found people other than who they were looking for. Say, sound like he don't want them digging around, okay, where he already know, okay. He probably didn't report it the case as a cold case, okay, knowing the person is still dead in the ground or something like that. Yeah, but they denied their help. Okay. We can ask. Does anybody have a question in the Nancy Guthrie disappearance, missing persons? Yeah, you keep going in circles, and it keeps going back to what? The same people. That's why. Nano's off case. He's not off the case. The sheriff department is not off the case, but they are. Uh, it's still their case in their jurisdiction, but they have handed off most of the work, okay, because it involves forensics anyway, which is the FBI's jurisdiction, their forte. That's what y'all was asking about, that Sue Ellen. The sewer people in the, yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. Running into that sewer and stuff. Yeah, underground. I'm like, oh wow. That's crazy. And it reminds me of that movie, was it Escape from New York? And the people couldn't even live above ground anymore because of whatever. I forget, it was so long ago. But it was Escape from New York. And they were living underground, okay, in the sewers. Hey, Kelly. So Link Green is people. Okay, but y'all wanted to ask about Sue Ellen. Okay. What's going on with Sue Ellen? 4 cards. Does Sue Ellen have anything to do with the disappearance of Nancy? Sue Ellen, okay. Nancy's neighbor. Is that her name, Sue Ellen? Yeah, Sue Ellen. Nancy's neighbor. Does she have anything to do with Nancy's disappearance? Sue Ellen. Does she have anything? 4 cards. Does she have anything to do with the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? Her neighbor, Sue Ellen. Four cards. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Okay. That talks about bad luck. Disruption. Okay. Delays. Fearful, powerless, and stagnation. So I think it's giving me the feeling that this woman does not like these people in her house. I mean, around her house, okay, or whatever. She's close to Nancy Guthrie, but she doesn't feel comfortable for some reason, okay? I can imagine. But she doesn't feel comfortable. And who wants to go in and out their house and see a bunch of people looking dead in your face? Ooh, girl. Okay, so we got 4 cards here. 4 cards. We're going to do 4 cards. And I was going to do that top one. So let me go in and pull it. Yeah. It's kind of a messed up situation. Okay. And then when you mention it, I don't know how wide those streets are, okay? And so people parking on the street makes it narrower for the cars that go through there, okay? I don't like that. I don't like them parking, even though they do, but I don't like that, okay? That's when I go to my house, okay? I can go around the bend, but I don't. I just make that sharp left, okay, and go around the other way because there's more cars parked on the way, and I don't like that, okay? So it's like if another car is coming, you can't really pull over to the side, yeah. So we have the 10 of Cups with her, okay? So, yeah. We got an abundance, a lot of happiness and judgment, okay? We have the 2 of Swords in reverse as well, okay? So we have a decision and a decision, okay? And we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So what this is telling me is that she knows the family. And she knows about the disputes. Family disputes, okay? So, yeah. Okay. 4 more cards. 4 more cards for clarification, okay? Four more cards, okay. Get some clarification here. Oh, okay. She's I don't know if she lives there by herself, okay, but she doesn't like all that. Yeah, so a hermit. She's a hermit, a happy hermit, okay, and she's looking at it from a different perspective. And the King of Cups, okay. The King of Cups. Interesting. So she might know Cameron, King of Cups. Okay. And then, yeah. And the nightmares and the sleepless nights. Okay. So, yeah. It's causing her, it's working her nerves. Okay. So I get that she knows of the family. No, she doesn't have anything to do with it. Okay. Nancy's disappearance. But she knows the family. And apparently she's a loner. Okay. And this family, this stuff going on with the family is wrecking her nerves. Okay. And that's it. That's that. You can't tell people how to respond or how to feel. Okay, she's in her house and she's not bothering anybody, but hearing all these cars pulling up, and you don't have to talk loud in order to be heard. Okay, ain't nothing else out there. Oh, so she the one that's been putting all the stuff out in the driveway. I don't know how many dogs she has. Okay, I don't know how many dogs she have. Maybe she's saving that for the fertilization. Okay, I don't know. Well, oh, she admitted it. Well, how do you know she's getting paid, and how do you know the sheriff was getting paid? It's not like you wouldn't. Okay, I know you wouldn't be surprised if they were, but how do you know they're actually getting paid? Okay, because ain't much they could do. And like I told you, okay, apparently it's wrecking the lady's nerves. Her nerves is bad. Oh, they peeing out. Oh, see, here's the thing. Okay, stay out of it because there's two sides to every story. Okay, there's actually three, but okay, we just gonna mill it down to two. And see, the YouTubers, okay, is telling you one thing, okay, and the people and the property may be feeling another way. And one thing I know about men, okay, is they will pee outside. Now that I do know. I don't care how nice they are. When they gotta go, and they looking around and think nobody looking, and they out there peeing like this, looking and peeing, looking and peeing. Now, who wants that on their property? I know I don't. I been went out there and I'd be like, oh hell no. See, it may not be her property, people, okay, but she lives there, okay. She lives there. She has a right to be comfortable and feel safe in her own property, okay? Even though the street is a public street, that doesn't mean it's okay to be sitting up there and sitting outside of people's houses. And then you want to say, well, it's public property, okay? But she has to live there. Y'all gotta have y'all ain't got no respect. Y'all ain't got no consideration for other people. They were using a porta potty. and they have permission. You can't give somebody permission to park and hang out on a public street. Okay? You can't give nobody permission to do that. Okay? See? And like I said, she has to live there. Y'all don't have to live there. Those people that are pulling up to her house, they're not living there. Okay? And I'm pretty sure when they go home that nobody's pulling out and camping up in front of their house. And they're yeah, but I'm sorry. Okay, I really have to side with Ellen. I really do. Okay, I really do. I've had issues like that, and people are very inconsiderate, okay? And you ask them not to park there or whatever in this activity. This woman is living in her house. She doesn't, I'm pretty sure it's not making her feel safe to hear activity going on out in the street. They can't park anywhere around there, so why are they parking in front of her house? Well, if she walks around and bothers them, then she got a mental problem. If they're not in front of her house, they take Uber. Okay. Well, she must be the neighborhood. Well, why don't y'all ask her that she's doing all this patrolling? Where was she when Nancy got taken? How about that? She doing all this neighborhood watch, okay? Why wasn't she watching when Nancy got kidnapped? Okay. How about that? So why don't you ask her? You coming around here asking me questions. Why wasn't you asking them questions when they was over at Nancy's house, okay, at 2 o'clock in the morning? Let's wake that up. They are in front of Miss Nancy's house. Okay, so they're not in her property. And there ain't nobody at Miss Nancy's house. She won't give up her video. She won't answer. Okay. Well, then maybe you need to ask her what's really going on with you. Okay. Because you sound like you got something to hide. You got to turn it back on her. She'll leave you alone. You got to use psychology because she ain't wrapped too tight. So you got to use psychology. Okay. That's what that is. Okay. So let's ask Astro Matrix. Okay. about the Nancy Guthrie investigation. Who are they looking at? Well, if she's driving around, okay, they need to ask her, what is she doing on the streets driving around blocking traffic? How about that? Okay. What is going on with the Nancy Guthrie investigation? Okay. Because who are they looking at in the investigation? What are they looking at? Something is going on behind the scenes. What do you want us to know? What can you tell us? And thank you for your answer. Nancy Guthrie, what are they looking at? And then I'm going to get off of here and call it a night. Boss Tasha is in here. Oh, Tasha, honey, she waiting. Hi, Tasha, you waiting, girl? Yes. Ooh, wee. Okay. So, the Six of Cups in the past. They going in the past, okay? And they working on it. Oh, they working hard. They got professionals. Okay. Judgment in reverse. Okay. So Judgment in reverse does talk about delays, indecisive. Oh. Okay. I think that they are working on it, okay? But yes, there is indecisiveness, but they working on it. Mm-hmm. And the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay, so we have some emotional immaturity going on here, okay? With the Page of Cups in reverse. And the Devil is in reverse. Overindulgence. Ooh. What? Overindulgence? Freedom. And the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, okay. So there's a lot going on, okay? They're working on it. There's a lot going on, and there's indecisions, okay? Because like this card keeps coming up, there are a lot of missed opportunities, okay? Missed opportunities that they could have had at the beginning of the case that got botched, okay? Mm-hmm. And then the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so he broke. They working on him. And the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, getting impatient. Okay, we got despair, regret, disappointment. We got the Ace of Wands, manifestation. Oh, they coming up with something. And the Knight of Swords in reverse. Okay. So with the missed opportunities hanging over their head, okay, there is a loss of focus, is saying, wait a minute. Oh, the Knight of Swords. Impatient. And the King of Swords There go the police. Ooh. And the four swords. Okay. So I think that, okay, the indecision is coming on Nancy being alive or dead. Okay. And they're holding evidence. They're holding on to something. They may know that she's deceased, and they may be holding it tight to their chest. And we have nightmares, okay? But the nightmares aren't going to last for long because it's in reverse. And the Two of Wands. There's a man with a plan. There's a man with a plan. Yeah. There's choices. Man with a plan. There we go. Not the Two of Wands and then the Two of Swords. Okay. What just came across my desk or my forehead, what just came across my mind is they know something. They don't know what to do with it, okay? And they don't know just yet how to prove it. And it has something to do with this King of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this is somebody that is broke. And the five, and they're trying to avoid conflict. Ooh. Oh, sookie now. Now, why would they be trying to avoid conflict unless it's a family member? Um, the Five of Wands in reverse. Yeah. Emotions. Okay. And the Hangman in reverse. So there's something about, okay, didn't we get the six of what we got right here is not being able to let go of the past, okay? Refusing to see things in another perspective, okay? Maybe they can't see it in another perspective. And then we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So the Knight of Wands in reverse, okay, talks about setbacks and arrogance and recklessness. Here we go. I knew I had the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, okay, the past, okay? The past and the children, okay? And or the children. This is what is going on here. Okay. So they're trying to move quietly, secretly. They're tiptoeing around the children. It's something about the children in the past. Okay. And they were trying to avoid conflict. Okay. Because you know that's the first thing they're going to holler and call the news stations and call the senators. Make them stop. Make them stop. Okay. And they just doing their job. Okay. Allegedly. You've been warned. Okay. So, tell us who we should be looking at in regards to the Nancy Guthrie disappearance, investigation, kidnapping, and all this. Who should we be looking at? There's these group of peoples. Who or what should we be looking at? What do you want to tell us? Okay. What do you want to tell us? Tell us the story, and thank you for your answers. Okay. What should we be looking at? Okay. When it comes to this Nancy Guthrie investigation, and they got all these different stories, okay? But for me and my viewers, who or what should we be looking at in regards to the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie? And stop beating around the bush. You know? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. Okay? Mm-hmm. Let's see. The King of Swords. The police, no. Okay. Now, I'm saying the police know for the simple fact that he has a sword, and that's knowledge. You know something. Okay. That's why I'm saying it. And we got this, we've been through this before, didn't we? Okay. They know something. That's another good way to look at it, Blue Rose, because they so-called been cleared, okay? So if we've been cleared, we can move whatever we want. And they like, okay, they don't want to say nothing, okay? But they, yeah, right. Quack, quack. But the thing about it is known territory to somebody. He's from Italy, so you know it's familiar territory. You can run, but you can't hide. Okay, okay. So let's look and see what the story is. Okay, because we do have okay. The police are on it. This is somebody who thinks with his mind. He has a clear, level head. Okay, balanced and fair. The world is not over. Okay? So it's not over. It's not the end, people. Keep going. This is what they want us to know. It's not over. What do you want us to know? Okay. What do you want us to look at, or who do you want us to look at in regards to the Nancy Guthrie? Okay. And we have shame, failure. Yeah. And then we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. So he's not charging in like he's supposed to. Okay. So this talks about impatience, loss of focus, and it also talks about unpredictable. Okay. So that's what it's telling you. So it's not over. Okay. It's not completed. It's unpredictable. Despair and regret. Disappointment. Loss. Okay. So this right here is the release of a struggle with the Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay. A load is going to drop. It might be telling us also to let go. The Devil in reverse. We got recovery. And they're working on it, okay? And they might be working on some type of recovery. Six of Wands. I mean, yeah, in reverse. And I see a lot of self-doubt in here. Could be holding him back. And the High Priestess, okay, is in reverse. So there's going to be some secrets coming out. Something hidden. And it seems like they're working on it too. And the Emperor. Okay. So there is disappointment hanging over the head of the Emperor. That could be the father. That could be the police. There's going to be some secrets. There's going to be some secrets coming out. And it's going to be disappointing. Yeah. The Star in reverse. So it doesn't look good for this Emperor. Judgment in reverse. And moving on. And the Page of Swords in reverse. Okay, so we got to move on from the gossip and the rumors that's going around. Okay, and maybe the secrets that are coming out is just that, rumors and gossip. Strength and protection. And the Fool in reverse talks about being careless and reckless behavior. The King of Wands in reverse. Somebody who's vicious and demanding. Ooh. The Nine of Cups in reverse. Ooh. The betrayal. Okay. The stabbing in the back. And the Page of Wands. And the Queen of Wands. So the Page of Wands, the Queen of Wands, who's got all this power, okay, is got the Fool hanging over her head, okay, meaning that she's careless, she's reckless, she's naive, okay. She's also got the star going down on her, and she's also got the load, okay, the freedom. This is my Annie card, and this is actually my Tommaso card. So it's funny that they're showing up on each end of this spectrum here. Hey, Colleen, how you been, Colleen? I hope you feeling better, girl. Okay. So that's what it's telling. That's what we should be looking at. Okay. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. So I want to ask one more question, okay? And that is, what happens to Nancy's house? Okay, what eventually happens to Nancy's house? Can you tell us what happens to Nancy's house? Okay, what do you want us to know? What happened to Nancy's house out there in Pima County, Arizona? What happens to her house, her home? What do you want us to know? And thank you for your answers. The home. What happened to Nancy Guthrie's home? Four cups. Now, that is receiving acceptance and clarity. Okay? I don't know what that means. Okay, let's keep going. Six of Wands in reverse. So it just says fail. Okay. Oh, maybe they fell into work on it. There you go. The family. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, it's gonna go to the family. Okay. And let me keep going. I don't know. And the Star card is going down. Ooh. It may lose value, you guys, because of what happened. It may go down in value. Put that house to rest. They ain't gonna move in it. I tell you that. And the King and the Knight of Wands in reverse. And the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. And the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. So they're either going to sell that house or tear it down quickly. Quickly. Okay. But it's going to be a slow process right now. Okay. So we got the give and take. So it's going to be, this house is probably going to be sold and divided upon the children, amongst the children, excuse me. Okay, yeah. She giving each person something. Mm-hmm. We have something about betrayal, backstabbing. Uh-oh. And we have the Ace of Pentacles. So this is going to be really emotional. Really emotional for the children, okay? And the Queen of Swords in reverse. Something is blocking. Something just came in. Uh-oh. Something's okay. And the Knight of Cups. Okay. Coming through with an offer. Coming through with an offer. but it looks like he might get blocked because you got the Queen of Swords in reverse in between. Nine of Pentacles. And you see how there's all these pentacles in this read, huh? When I asked about the house. And the Knight of Cups in reverse. The King of Cups, excuse me. King of Cups in reverse. It's got betrayal. And the Lovers in reverse. And the past, the children. So I don't see it going, the Lovers here, okay, but we got the children here. Something is going to go on, okay, and we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so what I will tell you is I don't know exactly what's going to go on with the house, okay, but there's going to be some type of triggeration around this house, okay. I got Pentacles, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Mhm. Okay, so this is like bringing forth an offer, okay, and Miss is accepting, okay, but it just seems like I said, it might decrease in value. Nah, not evidence. This house is singing money. This house is singing money, okay. But I'm seeing some betrayal going on here, okay. Busy, busy. Oh, there she go. She done cranked up. Okay. Tasha said the street lights is on. Okay. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. I'll probably change the title to Amy and Nancy Guthrie. Okay. Right. Allegedly. Right. Exactly. Okay. Right. If it's left to all three of the kids, right, okay, it will be left to all three to sell it. They got to agree to sell it. And then when they sell it, they got to split the profits equally. Or, okay, they can buy each other out and keep the house, whatever they want to do, okay? But I think it's going to be left for the kids to divide up when it's all said and done. Okay, she's 84 years old. She had a will. Okay, she had that stuff in because the house is already in a trust. So it's interesting because, see, here's the thing. She's got all that stuff in the trust, okay? It will be dispersed immediately, okay? However, in the meantime, and in between time, she needs to be declared deceased, okay? She needs to be declared deceased. Right. I think I agree with you, oh Grey Goat. They didn't expect all the intense attention and scrutiny. Right. They thought they were just going to wave it away. That's the feeling I keep getting too. Right. Right. Okay. Right. If nobody is found. Right. But I think, here's the thing. I think that, like OGG said, I don't think they intended on the attention that this got, right? Okay. That they could go in and rush the process. See? Well, and the thing about it is, if she's not found and you got the probate judge or whatever, okay, I don't know. There could be a lot of judges that don't even want to put their name on something like this. You see what I'm saying? So they just pass it on to the next one, however they do that. Yeah, it's too hot. Yeah. Okay. And then you got it attached to people who are ready to sue. And they don't want, they don't want to be a part of it. Okay. It's messy. And they don't like to put their name on mess. Okay. That's how that goes. They don't like to put their name on no mess. So with that said, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Don't forget to thumbs up the video. Most of all, stay blessed. Bye.